know we're babing it out here in Cape Town. Please tell Shekinah I say hi. I love my girl. I miss my girl. Right now, though, we're going to take a pause and get back with another cup of JACOBS coffee and definitely get into some wisdom where every cup of coffee holds a story. Well, as we know, most conversations are best paired with a very strong cup of coffee, and we're pairing this morning's conversation with the perfect brew in the JACOBS Barista Expresso Italiano. Yes, that name is intentional, and we have to get into the goodness of this, offering a bold character and flavor with subtle hints of dark chocolate and slightly spicy undertones that works perfectly in an espresso format or even in a cappuccino or latte. Today, we're having it strong and black, and we're also exploring the conversation all around trusting the timing of your life and defining your own version of success. And we've got incredible guests with us today. Transformational life coach Paulo Mendes and also Sandre Adams, registered counselor. Please help me in giving them a feel-good welcome. As if the coffee wasn't enough to wake you up. I'm hoping that was something, right? Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Paulo, it's good to have you here. This is quite a deep conversation, but I know it's going to resonate with a lot of people. So we're going to start off here. Sandra, maybe I can start with you, talking about perhaps a moment in your life when things didn't go according to plan. You were questioning a lot, but in hindsight, you kind of looked back and said, that's exactly what I needed. Has there ever been a moment like that for you?
I cannot start to even tell you how many
let's
moments
get
I've
into
had
it.
of that. I think, overall, I've had so many experiences in my life where, you're chasing a goal and you want to do things the right way and tick the boxes, whether it's studying, marriage, children, whatever it is, it feels like there's a certain way you need to do it. And then everything falls apart, whether it's COVID, or getting retrenched. Those are some of the things I've experienced. And if I think about it now, 5 years later, had I not been retrenched, I wouldn't have been in private practice.
Sure.
I wouldn't have been a lecturer. I wouldn't have been a mom of 2 amazing boys. So it pushes you at times when things go wrong onto a different path that you would never have, explored at all. So I think I'm so open to these mistakes that I trust the process now. And the way it molds me as a person. So definitely.
Sure, trust is a tricky one to even say out loud, trusting the process, because you also are letting go of some control when you do that as well. Paulo, have you had a moment like that in your life before?
So many also, and very similar story.
Okay.
In the beginning of COVID, I had just left a 16-year career in corporate where I was doing training and development, and the security of, the car, the pension plan, the big salary, corporate position, and to go into private practice with the life coaching. And I was little by little building it very shyly, very trying to find my niche market, and I had no idea how to do that. And pandemic came in, lockdown, and I was literally freaking out. How am I going to do now? How am I going to work with clients? They can't come see me. And quickly, clients moved towards the online process, doing video calls, and it went so quickly, so well. Immediately, they started referring their friends and family because the married friends or their own marriages needed help now with the face-to-face all the time.
Yes.
Spending so much
Stuck
time
in the house with your partner?
Exactly. So it literally shifted from just being a transformational life coach working with individuals to actually working with couples. And it shifted my focus completely to building up the individual towards a family sense of purpose, of identity, and a vision for life. So not only helped me expand my business to what it is now, but it helped me narrow down to actually have a clear, more sense, fulfillment, purpose in my own program, in my own coaching.
I love that. And I love the themes of openness and expansion that you guys are talking about. And when you do open yourself up to stuff, it means the possibilities are endless, right, at the end of it. Let's get into talking about redefining success, because I think growing up, we all have very strong ideas of what success is supposed to look like. But then when you experience life, you realize, okay, the goal shifts are moving just a little bit. So how did you redefine success, or what did success become? What meaning did success have for you later on?
Obviously, initially, success was security, financial security, status, and, just having all these accolades. I I think I only stopped studying last year when I realized, you know what, you don't actually need that PhD.
Right.
You know, you have undergrad, you have 2 honors and a master's. What are you chasing? You know, and if I look back, that is 12, maybe 15 years of my life not being fully present. And just going through ticking boxes, you know, wanting to not only feel like I was successful, but everybody else's perception, being an only child as well.
Ooh,
so all eyes is always on you, right?
there.
Exactly. And so you feel like you need to perform in a role of you and not be authentically yourself. And I think through falling and graciously getting up, you develop this grit in life.
Sure.
You know, and so I would say that for me, success is to be able to manage that grit with grace, finding your purpose, and I think being peaceful in every moment, being mindful and present, because life goes by so quickly. I look back and I think, geez, I'm 35 now, and I wouldn't change a thing, honestly. So success is all about being present, in my opinion, and finding that peace. So that's what I would say.
I love that.
It is
Taking
for
on
me.
that grit with grace. I don't even think that you heard yourself say that. I said mic drop. That is a beautiful moment. All right, we've got to wrap things up, but I want you to plug where people can find you, whether it's themselves or their marriages, or they just need some help along their way in terms of finding their purpose. Where do they find you guys, online or in person?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
For me, both. You can find me on Instagram, social media, all platforms. Sandra Adams, registered counsellor. You can Google me and find all my details there.
Beautiful. How about you, Paulo?
And you can find me also on Instagram, Coach Paulo M for Mendes, Coach Paulo M. And then on my website, coachpaulomendes.co.za.
Beautiful. And make sure that you plug yourself to get yourself on the right path. And that's it for today, though. Expresso family will be back with some more Jacob's Cup of Wisdom going forward. And as we sip the last drop, maybe a couple of last drops, we're left with lessons on resilience, purpose, grit, and the power of timing. So come back soon.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, wunderbar.